Greetings everyone, wherever you are in the world. My name is James.
I'm Rachel.
We're from the band Drums Manifest Truth, and you're joining us for another edition of the Daily Dose, a daily didgeridoo practice. Wow, try saying that a bunch of times, like woo! A daily didgeridoo practice for us, where we hope that you join and maybe give us some suggestions on things we can practice. It's been a very powerful tool in upping our own play together. It's been really fun, and I love the didgeridoo. I hope you love the didgeridoo. I know you've been finding a love with it.
Yeah.
So it's been a very powerful tool, and we like to do it every single day. Hey, Karen, thank you so much for joining us. Glad you made it back home safe. So wherever you are in the world, thank you for joining us on Facebook. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. We are multi-streaming, and if you have any questions, you can drop them into the comment section. And we'll try to get to those as soon as we can, or if we can answer some of that. We're not professional didgeridoo players by any means, although I have been playing the didgeridoo for over 10 years. I'm just a regular person. Thank you so much again for sharing that. That gives me a nice, easy segue into there are so many ways that you can help and support us, by the way, and I'll get this out of the way early. And not all of it is monetarily, and a lot of it is liking, sharing, commenting. If you play the didge or know anybody that plays the didge, share this type of video with them, because we're on an elevator together, and we're going to make some amazing healing music with this didgeridoo. It's my favorite instrument. It's me, you know. And if you don't know how to play the didgeridoo, it's just an instrument. It's you have to be comfortable with. So if you're sitting at home and you do not have a didgeridoo, be comfortable doing this next to whoever you're there. Try not to spit on them, you know, I probably just spit all over you. But that's what it is. It's a nice buzz of the lips. Give the world a raspberry. It's the relaxation of that that's giving us the sound in the didgeridoo, which is the amplification device. Different styles of our vocal and working on our mouths and our using our throats, and all from our diaphragm changes the pressure, pitch, and tone of all the didgeridoo. So in a nutshell, that's basics. And which brings me to what we want to talk about on our basics. We have put up some 30-minute drone onto our Patreon, so that's really where I want to direct you now. If you're not a free member, join to be a free member, and you can practice along with all of the audios that we put up. And it's been really helpful for us to go back to. We even held Didge in the Desert, a Didge gathering where over 25 didgeridoo players showed up, and we had 19 didgeridoo players playing at one time. And a lot of those players recorded, you know, just a 4 or 5 minute session of their practice time. Some had only been playing for 2 days, and I know I talk about this a lot, but it hammers on to something I think we both want to practice today, and it's that drone stability. It's that the basics, what you can build on will help you in the future.
Right.
And so before I get into any of that, thank you again for joining us, but let's go ahead and start with our simple facial massage exercises, something we like to do before getting ready to play for, you know, a half hour to an hour, any long bit of play. And you've noticed a difference, right?
Oh yeah, it's a huge difference.
So do you do the same thing I do? Grab your lips and kind of stretch to a point in the middle, pull to the sides. I also do the top. It's hard for me to talk and do it at the same time.
Right.
So you can see what she's doing. Grabbing the top and just kind of pulling each way, just to the point of feeling that stretch has been really nice. Developing a nice 5-minute routine of this also just feels good to smush your face, get your cheeks going, get that nasal cavity clean and free and used to where you're going to be adding your circular breathing. All of that is going to help in your play. So getting that into a routine of your daily practice is something I really like to do. And man, it just makes my lips feel nice and airy and a little buzzy, like a little massage.
It feels good, yeah. It makes my face feel nice.
Yeah, almost like a half hour of didgeridoo playing will do, and I'll get that nice airiness, nice buzziness. That's a good one too. I like that. The stretch, like a fish. Get that kiss. I see a lot of those in the pops and the beatbox style didgeridoo. So anything where you're going to be stretching out that lip. So thank you for that, for doing it with us. We're going to spend the next couple of minutes just going over some of those stretches in our play, right? So we can kind of work in, right? That's sounds good to
Yeah,
you?
yeah. I kind of want to warm up.
Warm up. What do you mean by, what do you do when you warm up? Because I know it's a little
Oh.
different than what I do.
So what I do is I start by just trying to get a drone without adding any vocals at all. Just make sure my drone is nice and solid. And sometimes I get it right away. Sometimes it takes a couple tries, but I really try to get that first because everything else is kind of built on that.
Yeah.
And then I add the vocals kind of in just my comfortable range, which is relatively low. And when I feel like that's nice and strong, I start to siren my vocals a little bit. And so I'll go a little bit higher and then lower in my comfortable range. And then I'll go as low as I can, all the way up to as high as I can, and then back down to
That
as low
siren.
as I can.
Yeah.
And then I
okay.
feel like my drone's nice and solid, my vocals are warmed up. I'm doing a lot of long, slow exhales with the sounds. And so my lungs are warmed up, my diaphragm's warmed up, and I'm ready to actually get down to business and focus on something.
Yeah, I like that, and I notice that you're taking care of how you're sitting and stuff. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Try to
reposition
sit up
myself
straight.
a little bit, and just do that for the next few minutes. And again, if
Yeah.
you're not at home with the didgeridoo, one, start looking up on how to get yourself one. I made this one out of a PVC pipe and just wrapped it with a piece of fabric. So I mean, you can play out of nothing. And two, you can sit there and do it with us. That's the siren she was talking about. The speed, and it all changes with what you do. So
Right.
follow along with us, and that's what we're going to do for the next few minutes. Thanks for joining, everyone. Yeah, I can feel already. You're right. Like to start in with that drone and then to go in, I already feel buzzier. I already feel like, okay, maybe I could actually do something. Woo! Oh, wow. Thank you. I love to see that you're practicing at home at night. You know, and I find out that most people may not be able to join the live stream. That's just when we're able to stream it out. But it's the restreams, it's the watching it on the replay on the back end that everybody's able to focus, do it in your home, and actually practice with us. So I find that so powerful. And to know that you're doing it with us is going to keep us going with it.
Right. It
Thank
gives
you
us
so
another
much.
level of accountability.
And you know what? We only practice as much as we really feel like we want to. You know, and maybe sometimes people don't practice because, you know, they've got some kind of like a lip thing going on, or they just feel a little overly tired. And but that's what we're going to keep holding space for. Every day, the Daily Dose will be here for Gina to make sure that when she wants to practice, we're here to hold space for that.
Right.
And then you are going to have that extra holding space for her to be there as well, back and forth together. It's going to be very powerful. I'm excited, and we'll be coming up to where you are soon, so we'll be all practicing together. By the way,
so much fun.
Thanks for joining the stream, brother. Woo! What a powerful already like buzzy morning.
Yeah.
Ba, ba, ba,
Yeah, I feel pretty good.
That pressure I was working on, some of that speed in it, and I really feel a difference from yesterday's speed already because I was focusing on the clarity of it. So now today in my practice, I was really trying to get into that, and some of the fuzziness went away because I was consciously doing that. So every day is adding to it. That's really cool. What do you think? You want to try to see how long our drone can be to start at?
Yeah,
All right,
I think
cool.
that's a great idea.
Let's see if I can. Boom, I got it. All right, we'll
Right.
go to the stopwatch, and I'm ready to get you whenever you're ready.
Okay.
So proud of you, by the way, to
Oh,
be
thank
what
you.
you're doing. Nice.
Ooh, I was pushing at the end.
You were pushing, and you did. Look at that. 30 seconds, maybe give it a second because of my timing. But I mean, that's still powerful in your pocket and above.
Yeah, 28's my like happy place right now. When I get it, I'm always
And
like
30,
yeah.
is that your highest? I don't think I've ever seen
Yeah.
higher. So that
Yeah.
might be your all-time, like so far, 30 seconds. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You want to try it again, or you just want to hold it
I
that?
think that's good. I'm happy with that. I don't want
Yeah.
to do it
I
again right now.
encourage you at home to get some type of a timer and to go for every other day, every week. Go for some kind of a 30-second challenge, a 45-second challenge. If you're an intermediate, an expert player, been playing for a long time, try to get your expansion to that minute. Let's try to beat me at going to I think mine was 45 seconds. So that's the challenge I can push right now. I can't even do a minute, so why would I get others to? But try it. I'm sure that you're out there. A 16-year-old kid has the world record at 65.9 seconds for the longest jump. So in a sense, I'm not trying. I mean, I would love. My mother would love for me to break the world record, right? Be in the books, but it's not about that. What this is about is strengthening my play, getting my lung capacity a little bit better, holding my breath in that steadiness. So I'm gonna go ahead and do myself, and I'm excited already because I am more warmed up doing what you did for your practice than I was for my practice.
Wow.
Yeah, right. I didn't think I was gonna fall into it as easy. So. Whew. I didn't want to go too far. I was pushing a little bit at the end, and I kind of wavered at the beginning, and that's what I was kind of deflected. So I was my own worst enemy in that attempt, but I think still really good in that, and I'm going to hold that. Maybe I'll try again towards the end of today's practice.
Your sound was very consistent.
It felt that way. I had some wavering, but I want to be comfortable adding more one during that. So I added a few of those in there, which kind of changed that sine wave. But really powerful for me. I think I'm going to reset this, and we'll put that away till later. Woo! Already an awesome, awesome morning. Is there what would you like to work on today?
Well, what are some foundational drone skills or drills or anything like that?
I really like that one that starts with the slow and comes into the steady that you know, and to come out of that drone and to not go to the full extent of your breath where you're going to pass out, but to the end of your breath, and it changes. So again, to where you would breathe. I'm not talking about the circular breathing, just a nice light. And that, I feel, is something that helps keep my drone steady. And,
All right.
and where I'm also trying to close it up a little bit and doing my drone with this section of my mouth instead of my whole mouth. It's something that I use for my calls. So for me personally, that's something I'm working on in my drone. And also with the steadiness of the pressure. And so I can hear it. And if it starts to go, that's my holding. And so I'm trying to keep it from doing that. That's what I'm doing with my drone, is to keep that pressure going so that you can't tell whether I'm breathing, whether I'm going to do anything. Yes.
All right.
Tough, tough, tough. Nice stop. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
That low and slow and holding on to that is the hardest for me. It really is. But I felt it in that one where it's just like, oh, it's barely there. Oh, it's barely there. And it's gone. And I'm really trying to attain that. My starts are a little rougher. They're on, so I need to work on that within myself.
I feel like my starts are pretty rough too.
Yeah. Well, we're our own worst critics.
Right?
What do you think out there?
True.
About your own, not mine. That was a better one for me.
Me too.
In the beginning. So I'm going to kind of go on to the next step of that and add more of a slight rhythm with it to keep that drone. You can hear right now I'm wavery in it because I'm not as much pressure, and my lips aren't as strong in that weakness of it. So that's something I'm trying to get. Even in my weak drone, I want to be crystal clear. I want to be strong. So it's going to take me months and months of these little steps if I take it that way. But droning next to somebody, again, we're going to be in that elevator of it. So it's... Yeah, and if you have the circular breathing, you can add it in there. Some of it I don't, and I heard right there you fit in a perfect spot for a breath, right where I would have if I was going to stop and breathe. So all levels can do these kind of little practice bits, but it's like climbing a mountain and taking a few steps back when you do it, and you can't get it, and you can't get it, and can't get it. So again, that's why we're here, to help you stay on that mountain of the didgeridoo, because it is a tough journey, man. Oh, it is tough.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel sometimes when I listen to some of the greats and some of the things that are going on, I'm like, I'm a human, how come I can't do that? But it's because I need to practice more, things like that. feel like I need something to say a little bit. That works for me.
Yeah.
And as we've been doing with the rhythm, it's like if you can say it, you can play it. We've even had comments in here from other people. I think Jonathan was saying that you can vocalize the toots, the horns, and I've checked out some of his stuff. Man, he can play some really cool funk and psychedelic didgeridoo with that trance music and with the real fast like EDM style music. It's really cool. It was good. And then we even had Jesse who hopped into the stream and was talking about yesterday, I think, like the mosquito. I wonder if that would work, because I misunderstood him at first and I was like, mosquito. But that's not exactly what he was talking about. He had like a beat that he had it for. The mosquito. He sent me a thing and for it. So I wonder if that would work. Mosquito 1, mosquito 2, mosquito fell in an old man's shoe. Jumped. That's what it was. Oh, Jesse, thank you so much for. You remember it?
I remember it.
Well, so that's the rhythm I want to do, and I'll try to bang it out real quick. Dun 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 dun. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Mosquito 1, mosquito 2, mosquito jumped in an old man's shoe. I'm gonna try it with a full drum. Right now. Oh, wonderful. He hopped into the stream and said, bingo. So he got it right.
Nice.
Oh, that's wonderful. And I'll tell you what.
It was a challenge.
It was a challenge. We actually had to look it up and understand what is this guy talking about, because we know you have the knowledge, so we wanted to see. And then to find out, even in the second verse that you sent us, mosquito 1, mosquito 2, mosquito jumped in the hot callaloo. And we were like, what is that? I thought it was a river, a lake of, some sort, down that was filled by, landlocked water, or something. But nope, not at all. We had to do some research, and it is actually a plant that is made into food in most of the Caribbean areas, excuse me. So that was really fun. So that's what hot callaloo. Oh man, I can't even say. But that's a wonderful rhythm to go. Mosquito 1, mosquito 2, and actually it's mosquito. Like that syllable thing is really easy for the didgeridoo to add.
Right.
Ka, ki, ku, ku, ka, ka, ki, ku, shika, tuka, chika, tuka, ka, ku, ka, ki, ko, ki, ko, ki, ko, ki, ko, ka, 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 ka. You can add all into it. I'm going to add a little bit of tempo to it and see if we can't go in, and then maybe we can. Oh, go ahead.
I feel like we should maybe pop on an effect or something and a metronome and play with it for the next, 20 minutes or whatever.
That seems.
Let that be our freestyle practice time.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
With the mosquito.
Yeah.
And we'll go off it. I think that
with
sounds
that little
great.
song that comes with it.
Yeah. Hey, wonderful. Good
Hi,
to see
Frank.
you, Frank. Wonderful to have you here, brother. Thank you. And I'm telling you, playing the didge is easy, man. You just got to be comfortable going. Yeah, let's test and see where we are. And then I want to just say thank you to everybody for all of your support in the comments. Thank you so much for being here, Crystal. Yay. And you should play the didge too. I'm telling you, you can get out so much stress just by blowing into a tube and being comfortable going.
Yeah.
Oh, feels so good at the end of a day. 15 minutes, you know, and you work really hard, so to release some of that stress. So I just want to say again, thank you. There's so many ways to support us. Go ahead and become a free member of our Patreon, because that's where a lot of the audio recordings of what we're going to do. We're going to do a recording of the mosquito, and we'll put that up there. We have a 30-minute drone that you can practice along with, and then there's many other ways that you can support us, being our Cash App, Venmo, and our PayPal. All of that kind of goes to help make sure these kind of streams are amazing. Better webcams, better audio. We're going to get another mic for our meditation so that you can actually hear us and things. So, ooh, I'm excited. I'm buzzing now. Just even 20 minutes of messing around. I haven't even really been playing in my practice. I feel great. And I hope if you're playing along with us, you already start to feel that. So what do you think about 110? Let's go 115. I turned my volume down. So let's see.
Mosquito 1.
Mosquito 1. Mosquito 2. Mosquito jumped in an old man's shoe. Mosquito 1. Mosquito 2. Mosquito jumped in the hot callaloo. Yeah, I think 115 is good.
Yeah.
So if you're there at home with or without a didge, you can do it. Sounds like I may have to try. Well, I'll tell you what. Thank you for that, because again, you're deciphering all these resonant frequencies to yourself, and you're sending them where they need to go. And if you're feeling it in any way, they even make travel size didgeridoos. And again,
small ones.
this is a PVC pipe, 1.5-inch tube with a 1 1/4 inch trap reducer. So it's 2 pieces. It's like under $12 at Ace Hardware. You can put it together, and I just wrapped it with a piece of fabric so you can get that going for yourself, or order something on Amazon. The Toka Didges are pretty good.
Right.
There's spiral traveling size didgeridoos, box size didgeridoos. But again, if you can be comfortable doing this. That's all I'm doing into the didge. And it just sounds a whole lot better because I'm not a singer. So, wonderful idea to play along with this. I like that. Here, let's see how this effect goes. Can you hear me?
Ooh. That sounds pretty cool. Yeah. Let's do that.
For us, I don't know how loud it is for you, but for us, it's fairly loud. It's nice to have a little bit of effect sometimes. So we're going to play along for the next 30 minutes and 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And we're going to do with the mosquito that we've been practicing. Thank you again, Jesse. That's awesome.
Yeah. This is going to be fun.
Mosquito 1. Mosquito 2.
That was so much fun.
It was so much fun. And I don't know what it sounded like. I can't wait to go back. I have to turn this off. It was just so different hearing the echoes and the on top. It may not even have worked out the way we thought. But again, this is all grassroots and stuff. It was so much fun to try something, to take something like Mosquito. Mosquito 1, Mosquito 2, a mosquito jump in the old hot caloo. Both of them, it doesn't matter. I switched it up. I did it to all of it. Mosquito 1, in the different beats of it.
Yeah.
Mosquito 1. I was doing all kinds of things into it, trying to keep in, playing with the metronome at 115, which is not something we normally do, is it?
Right, not at all.
It's really tough. Do that for 15 minutes. Just throw it on. I want to speed it up a little bit because that was a little bit fun, and I feel like, woo, I want to go a little faster. So I'm going to go to maybe like 150 and hit play. Bum, 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 bum. I heard that little tiny something with Reese's Pieces.
Peanut butter
cups. Oh, that's what it was. I heard little. So I'm gonna go speed it up a little bit more, even to like 2. Dun, 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 dun. Mosquito 1, Mosquito 2, Mosquito jumped in the old man's shoe. That's fast. And I'm not even saying mosquito anymore. It all went to da 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 da. I'm gonna try it with mosquito. It's a touch bit fast. Yeah, right at the end, I got it lost right there. That is a touch bit too fast. But just like the facial stretches, that's to the range where, oh my gosh, I'm like, it could be painful if we keep going. But that's my level where I'm going to stop and be like, oh, whoo. Yeah. I hope you tried that along with us. Yeah, it's a pain in the abs. But never skip lung day, as our friend Adam would say. Never skip lung day. That's a new one. We're going to make t-shirts.
Yep.
Wow, I really do. I feel it in my diaphragm. I feel it up. I was practicing a little bit in some of the vocal toning stuff you talked about with the A, E, practicing on utilizing my full breath space, my full diaphragm area. So not just coming in. Sometimes I felt like when I was saying the mosquito instead of the duh, it was not coming from my full diaphragm space. So that's something I'm going to work on. Definitely, especially with the speed. I know I like to throw everything in, but really I'm working on my main steady drone to keep that crystal clear and to pick it up anytime I pick up my didge, to have that nice and clear. I also want to change it a little bit. You know, for me, I want to drop my jaw. Yeah, I like to get those tonal changes. And those little subtle things are things that I'm working on in my practice. And I was able to add in with the mosquito is why I'm bringing that up. Because mosquito, in that moi, you're actually already naturally going moi. So that drop jaw, I believe, in that drop, gives you that womp, 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 womp. And in some of those techno type things in the intermediate style, wow, I can really see where I'm going to go crazy in my other play. Yeah, and I'll add that mosquito 1, mosquito 2, mosquito. Whoa, 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 whoa.
I love it.
I love the didgeridoo.
Have fun with it.
Yeah, I hope we inspire you to pick up the didgeridoo because it's one of the best instruments that I've ever played in my life. I love the drums. They're so expressive, but not as expressive as the didgeridoo.
Right.
Yeah, I'm very proud of where I'm at with that play. Did you want to try to do another longevity breath test?
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm super excited. You've been so well. So well, I'm very proud of you. Not that it matters. You should be proud of yourself, and I know you are. So, all right, I'm ready whenever you are.
A tiny bit longer.
After a week of doing it every day and practicing your didgeridoo, I can and we've got proof. You've already upped it 5 seconds. That's impressive. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, you should get a lot of love for that one. I am so proud of you. Like 31 seconds. Wow. And do you feel it in your lungs? Or is it just naturally now? You weren't pressing. It didn't seem like you were out of breath at the end.
I was pressing at the end a little bit. I feel it more in the sides, but that's because I take a deep breath and then I use my ab muscles and as much as I can.
Do you hold any in your cheeks?
Hold it out. I don't know. I'm not
I
paying
started
attention
doing
to my
that
cheeks.
recently, holding some in my cheeks so I can give that. Once all of this is gone, I've got a second chamber to go.
I get that extra.
And it gives me another 3 seconds if I slow it down. So,
hi, Cindy.
Hey, welcome, Cindy. Oh, thank you so much for joining us again. We love you so much, and we hear you when you're playing, and we are so proud of your progress as well. It's been pretty powerful to didge with you. Maybe we can didge later? All right.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do
Let's
it.
do it.
We'll take another practice.
This evening when it cools off.
Do you want to do another one, or are you good with that?
I'm happy with that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be pretty proud of yourself. Woo, get yourself a timer at home if you're doing it with us. And don't hold that as to like, oh man, I can't hit 30 seconds. It's, wow, I hit 6 seconds. Wow, I hit 10 seconds. Wow, I have awesome improvement, right? And even you notice it. So, and I know that you notice it within yourself.
Thank
and a
you.
lot of conversations I've had with some of the people, with Rolf and with Cindy and with Gracie and with some of the other members that have come, even Frank, man, the power that we have within us, it's improving. Everything is stepping up because we're not on steps anymore. We're not on an escalator. We're all together in that elevator and we're rising up, that raising of the vibration. All right, I'm going to go ahead
say one thing real quick about my improvement today. I don't know, for those of you who have been watching every day, you may have noticed that I kind of backslid a little bit. Like I was hitting 28s pretty consistently, and then all of a sudden I was down around 24, 25 for a few days, and now I'm higher. But that's what happens when we're learning any kind of skill. You're going to backslide a little bit before you jump up. So don't ever beat up on yourself for not doing as well as you normally do.
Yeah, that's really good
because
advice.
often it means that you're about to get better.
Yeah, you're hitting that apex and you're just gonna skyrocket off.
Yeah.
Give yourself that extra, and if you have that anxiousness about it or you don't want to, let that pass. Hold it for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and then own the fact that you're an amazing soul and being, and you've got this. It just takes
You
a little
got this.
time. It took me 10 years to get to the point where I am now, and I'm not a
Mm-hmm.
master. We just have a YouTube channel now.
Yeah.
You know, or we're hanging out and going live on. But we have a lot of friends that are now interested in playing the didgeridoo, and we feel that this is a perfect time to practice and to start that
Mm-hmm.
every day. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to have that daily,
Right.
that daily improvement, and to notice it. It's that little bit of validation we need as humans, or we like as humans,
Right.
to get
Right.
that. We're all amazing
We enjoy
anyway.
it.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and get this going, and
Yeah.
let's see how long we can go.
Nice.
Yeah, and I feel good about the end breath. I'm not lightheaded at the end. I
Right.
could have gone just a little bit more, but that would have been to. So 42 seconds feels really good for my space. Again, right where I'm at, and I feel by the end of the month, I'll be at 50 seconds. I really will. And I know that it's coming because 60 seconds is on the hill after that. So, oh, good. She said we'll practice more tonight. So,
Okay, good.
very exciting. Well, I wanted to, was there anything else that you wanted to practice on or talk about?
I feel good about my practice today. I feel solid.
Yeah, I feel better.
I had a lot of fun, which is the most important part of it.
Yeah, and I wasn't necessarily in a negative mood or anything before, but I definitely am more enlightened now. I feel
Right.
happier and lighter, like I'm excited for what's going to come next, and that just came from an hour of messing around playing my didgeridoo.
Right.
Yeah.
My energy was a little wonky when I woke up, and I'm not sure if I was having weird dreams or if I'm
Right.
just, feeling things in my environment or what. But I feel the same now as in past experiences where I spent time doing breathing exercises and vocal toning to work through whatever wonky energy I was feeling, and I feel great. I've let go of whatever it was. Yeah.
Well, and then, I mean, they're proving the didgeridoo has aspects into healing us, like curing sleep apnea and things like
Right.
that. Like, there's powerful medicine here that we're messing with, so, or dipping our toes into.
Right.
So I want to say, again, thank you for all of the support, all the comments in today's stream. It's been very powerful to jump in with everybody, wherever you are again in the world, and whatever time that you come in, past, present, future. Make sure that you jump into our Patreon, because that's
Right.
where we put all of the recorded drones, all of the practice stuff that we're messing around. We're going to record the toe tickle one. We're going to do a mosquito, and then also some drum beats that go with that. We've got 150 different posts of music that we put up. All of our
Right.
albums are up there. All of the didgeridoo stuff and the handpan stuff, everything's there. And
we're about to put on the MP3 of the meditation.
that's
from
right.
Sunday.
The Sunday's meditation that we just did, where I'm finishing up the mastering, and that'll be going up later. So it's
Right.
free to join. Patreon is where you really want to go to connect in and be part of our Drums Manifest Truth community.
Especially if you don't want to be on social media, because we're going to start announcing everything on Patreon that we're announcing on the social media.
Yes, and then again, I mean, if you support us in any other way, that's what it's going to be helping doing. Is we're going to be providing a space for all of this information to come together. So
Right.
again, thank you everybody for joining into the stream,
Thank you,
sharing,
thank you.
liking all your comments, and diging with us. It's been very
Yeah.
powerful. Letting us know. We're getting messages into Drums Manifest Truth at Gmail. Been talking to us on our Facebook, sending us some pictures of the new digits you're getting.
We love
And
it.
It's amazing. Keep that stuff coming, because as our community starts to grow, other people are going to see these ripple effects, and they're going to dig about it.
Yeah.
They're going to dig about it, and you're going to dig about it, and again, we're going to elevate each other. So,
Right.
blessings to you wherever you are in this world, on this journey, and we hope you had a wonderful dig practice. If you feel like going a little bit longer, dig a little bit longer, but keep your body in mind, Be ready to be back here tomorrow to dig with us again. It's going to be an awesome time tomorrow on the Daily Dose. So, you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow. You do something nice for somebody. It'll come back to you.